Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm not sure if you guys are typing in the chat, but right now I can't see anything. Can you guys type something in the chat? I want to see if my chat box is actually working. All right, cool. Thank you, Flint. All right. There we go. Okay, so looking at gold here, um, if we go to the daily time frame here, we had a previous daily candle here at around 4654.4, right? On the daily, we've actually crossed it, but of course, we've not closed above it. And we can see that this bullish momentum is still continuing here. If we go back to the 4-hour time frame here, 4-hour broke it as well, but the candles are weak, right? We don't have a clean closure above the 4-hour, above the previous daily candle high on the 4-hour just yet. 1 hour, we did break it, but still weak, right? Still weak. And Asian high that we created, we are struggling to break and close above the Asia high as well. But we are still bullish. Okay, we are still bullish. Now, if we go back to the lower time frame here, let's say the 15-minute here, we can clearly see that we are in a range. The range that we're in as of right now is pretty much between Asian high and this 15-minute range low here, which is 4648.7. So that is our range. Now, in order for me to actually buy gold right now, is either we close strongly above Asian high, or we come all the way down to at least this 15-minute demand down here, right? Now, because we are in this range, the demand that I would prefer is actually this 15-minute demand that we tested when Asia opened. And this low actually created this high right now. So what I see right now is a chance that price could do something like this and we come all the way down either to this demand, we start to work our way up. But my preference is going to be, since this low could not break out of the high that it created, as if we fall, I would like to see this and we start pushing up. Right, that is my analysis. Gold is still bullish, no doubt, but there is a chance we could fall. Now, where could we get to if we fall? My analysis is this demand down here. Now, this is a very, very great demand right here. Now, if I'm going to buy from here, I'd rather wait for something like this, especially if we close strongly below this low, right? Close strongly below this low here, then, and this demand holds, I would like to see something like this. And we broke the minor high that we create, wait for price to pull back to demand, and then that's when I'm going to buy. So the only way I'm going to buy from this demand here is if we fail to close strongly below this 15-minute range low right now. That's what sells. So we will see if we are going to finally be able to close strongly above this Asian high. If we keep failing and we start breaking this minor low right here on the 5, probably going to switch to look for quick sells. All right, guys, just know gold is still bullish. Any sales you're taking a counter trend trade. And in order for us to do that, we need more confirmations, because we are not bearish, we are bullish. Hey, Jason. Let me know if the music is too loud for guys. If it's too loud, I can turn it down. Music is excellent. All right. Just need to stay patient here and see what price is going to do in this range here between Asian high and this 15-minute range low. I wanted to start early today since we have no news, high impact news at least. So because I'm not gonna be here though in New York tomorrow, so I'll be streaming pre-London tomorrow instead of New York, and then I will be back Wednesday morning for New York. Gold been buying up past couple days, $2 a week. Yeah, we've been buying. Hey, how you doing, Nicholas? That's good. You miss me? That's good to know. I'm back now. I want to see aggressive sellers if we're going to fall. I don't want to see any weak sellers at all. Until then, I'm still bullish. I just need to see price close to ugly above Asian high at least. How you doing, W. Cali? How you been? Hey, Eddie. Yep, it's been a long time. Let's see. There are no sellers right now at all. We might have to wait for the next 15-minute candle or the next hourly candle closure. Oh, oh, whoa, uh-oh. Sellers, it looks like sellers are getting in here. I need a closure, strong closure below 46.69 at least. Nothing is going on. So what we see here is price tapping this demand here. It is a good demand. However, this demand did not break structure just yet. So if I was gonna use any demand here, it would be this demand down here, right? I need to see this high taken out. Hey Max, how are you doing? The new Discord is in the description, guys. Yes, I am. Thank you for asking. Hey Lenore, how you doing? I still need to see that strong closure above this Asian high. And if we get it above this 46.92, that's even better. But Asian high at least. We'll see what happens when 1 hour closes. Is it a new strategy I'm trading now? No, it's still supply and demand. I just refined it a little bit. Still supply and demand. I just refined it and gave it a name, that's all. The SVC concept, I mean, as you guys can see on the screen, it just simply means structure, value, and confirmation. Structure is pretty much what everyone should know. Structure is structure. Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Are we creating higher highs or higher lows? That's what that means. Now, value is pretty much the value area, which means are you looking at premium supply demand zones, discount supply and demand zones after you've identified what the structure is, right? And then confirmation is pretty much you waiting for confirmation for that retest before you get in. It's pretty simple. And with that being said, you got to start with your key levels first. You got to identify your key levels. Yeah, as of right now, there is no buying gold for me right now. Right now, I think I said it earlier, I do not trust buying gold in this range. Even though gold is bullish, that might be weird to some of you, but based on my experience, in this range, I'm not interested in buying gold right now. We got to get above it before I'm interested in buying gold outside this range and above this range. Or like I said earlier, we come down, right? We grab this low, and then I'm gonna have to wait for something like that. And once we close strongly above Asian high, then I'll start looking at the buyers again. So we'll see if the sellers are gonna take over or the buyers will. So see how the 1 hour candle closes here. Don't forget to join the new Discord, guys. This candle, this bearish candle with this long bottom wick, it signifies that buyers got in there. Are they strong enough though to stop the sellers that are trying to get in up here? Hey, how you doing, Samuel Bawani? I'm ideal. Can't complain. What is the link to new Discord? Wait, it's in the description. It's not in the description. Wait, I didn't add it to the description. Yeah, it's in the description, Lena.
If you're so profitable, why do you sell the course? Well,
Yeah, I have it in the description. Okay. You're welcome, Lena. So now, what we are likely to see here is that, okay, this 15-minute demand right here, right? Let's go back to the 15 here to see if I have it marked correctly. So, if this 15-minute demand ends up closing above this high, right? If it ends up closing above 46.92, right, this demand will now become our premium demand zone in this range between 4660.8 and 4692.2, in that range, right? In this is the smaller range, right, which is going to be 5-minute range. So this is going to be our premium demand. If we create another demand maybe around here, right, we can say, all right, that's going to be our 5-minute demand. Okay, that's going to be our 5-minute demand, which is going to be a discount demand. Like I said in a previous stream, when it comes to supply and demand, and once you're able to locate your demand or supply zones and you understand the structure, you can decide on either you want to be a supply demand trader that takes both premium and discount supply and demand zones. You just have to know when to use them, right? So you can decide on doing both, or you can say, you know what, I'm only going to take trades from premium zones, right? I do both because based on my experience, sometimes price would hold at a discount supply or demand zones, right? And so sometimes you would just push through your discount and then go all the way to the premium, and that would actually hold, right? Or sometimes, let's say, for example, this is a discount demand, right? Just as an example, because in this range it's not. Just as an example, it would hold at a discount zone, but then instead of pushing all the way, price will push up, pretty much creating a lower high, right? And then come back, and then we continue higher. Or it could just do this, this, just range for a little bit, then act as if it's going to break this minor high, right? Act as if it's going to break this minor high, grab it, and then we come down. And then your premium will now hold. Okay? And then your premium will now hold. So you just have to know when to use them. If I want to risk a buy, right, in a range, I'd rather do that from a premium demand, right? But it's going to depend on how big or how small that range is. Okay, so some people use it like that. Traders got in in buys already from this premium demand. I don't use it that way. I need confirmations. Hence the meaning of the C in SVC. I need more confirmations, especially when price got to the top of the range of the current range and it didn't break it. Now, if we broke it, man, if this low had taken out Asian high, I would be in buys already. I would have taken the buys. The only thing that will stop me from this is because of this candle, because I don't take sniper entries, right? That's the only thing that's going to stop me from being in buys if price are taking out these highs. So we just need more confirmation here. You see, we're not going anywhere just yet. So 1 hour candle is about to close in less than a minute here. So, it will be closing. It will be closing above. It's just not. These candles are not strong enough. Like this previous 1 hour candle. Let me try and make this bigger. This is not strong enough. I mean, it does show that buyers, right, got in because the bottom wick is longer than the top wick, but the body I don't like body closures like that. It's weak. So this is still concerning for me in regards to buys. We are bullish for sure. We are bullish for sure. However, that does not mean sellers cannot get in this and push price down. Yeah, we either come lower for me to buy, or I look for sales once we have. For sales, this is what I'm waiting for. For buys, I'm waiting for two things. Closure, right? Or pullbacks. For buys, I'm waiting for two things. For sales, I'm waiting for one right now. Because we already had failure to break, right, previously. We already have failure to break previously, and higher time frame, especially the 1 hour. I'm just seeing indecisive closures above these highs. So if lower time frame can close strongly above the highs, then I have the confirmation that I need to start looking for buys. Then I just wait for price to get into my demand zones after that. Okay, we could be getting it now. See a possible volume candle here. This is a good candle closure. This is a good candle closure. We'll see how this is going to close. I mean, this is a good candle right now. It didn't close yet, but the two previous candles, those are good candle closures. They show volume. We're still rejecting. At this point, we really should break. And even the previous 30-minute candle closure is worse. And it can still break, but ish. Previous 15-minute candle doesn't really show volume either. Probably this new one will. But the 5-minute, yeah, this candles show volume. Even this previous one, even though the top wick, right, is longer than the bottom wick. But then look at the body though. The body is still longer than the top wick, right? It shows volume. It shows that buyers were still in control. The sellers tried it. So 5-minute is showing volume to the upside. Gold is too choppy today. Yeah, it is choppy. But right now it's looking good again. So once we get closure here, all right, this is going to be our discount demand, and in the premium demand in this range is going to be this one. Let's see if we have a 30 demand there. Okay, that's a 30-minute demand. That will be our premium demand. So we'll see if we're gonna get the closure we need here. Asia and London was just a, where did they just start? Okay, so price pushed up though in Asia. London, man, London was just in a range until now. I actually was gonna trade pre-London yesterday. I was waiting for this demand though. Price never got to it. Maybe we'll get a trade right before NYC open, or maybe we'll get one afterwards. I don't know. If we're gonna get in after NYC open, I'll prefer to see sellers so they can just push price back to our demand zone and we look to buy from there. All right, so we have closed above here. A pull back to this 5-minute demand will be nice. Why use the October contract and not the current one? But is this October? Let me check Twitter. Nah, I'm using the right one. Yeah, I'm not using the wrong one. The right one should be GCV. Yeah, I'm using GCV. And see, I'm using GCV. I'm trading micro. You see right there, it says MGCV. So I'm not using the wrong one, I'm using the right one. GCZ. No, I've been using I've been using MGCV. The previous one was GCQ. That was the previous one. GCZ is the one with the most volume at the moment. I've had no issue trading MGCV. Let me take a look here. You guys might actually be right. I had to verify, but you can still trade MGCV also, because I have been trading it. I think MGCZ has the most volume right now. Yeah, MGCZ has the most volume right now. Okay. I am gonna run through my my markups real quick. Then again, price is getting close to this demand, so you know what? I'm gonna just set an alert here. Well, what's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay. So, where's previous weekly? We're already trading above the previous day. Don't need that anymore. Markup this previous daily range high. Sorry guys, I'm just running through my markups real quick so we can move forward. Because of this new contract, man, I can't wait for us to break and close above the previous daily. The daily swing high, right? I can't wait because the chat looks messy to the left. All right. Oh, there's actually 1 hour supply here. All right. So right now we are reacting to the 15-minute demand right now. I want this to come down to the 5-minute. If the 5-minute demand looks cleaner, it looks stronger. But that 15 could hold, and if it does, well, then I guess no trade for me right now. looks like that 15 wants to hold. Uh, that 15-minute demand actually held. Who doesn't want to give this a pullback? Yeah, she's trying not to. Yep, she is. The 5-minute demand is just stronger than the 15, which is why I'm not using the 15-minute demand, even though it's there. It's just not as clean as the 5-minute. This 15-minute demand area was a continuation. I pretty much needed to, in this range, I needed to come down to the demand that actually broke the high to the left. I'll be right back, guys. I have my alert set here, so I'll be right back. See if we are going to actually tap this demand. At this point, I think we should. We'll see. This bearish candle is aggressive, though. These bearish candles are very, very aggressive. At this point, I need it to come lower. Come down to the premium discount in this 5-minute range, which is between this low here and this high. I swear God is crazy today. God is going insane today. You took that buy already? Oh, okay. The way the first candle closed, right? And then on top of that, this previous bearish candle, the way it closed also, it showed volume, right? And how the sellers just grabbed everything from here and then they took over, broke the previous candle low, and they closed with a very nipple bottom wick. That's why I didn't take the buys from this demand that I had drawn earlier. It's just too strong. I just didn't trust that this demand is gonna hold anymore. So after that, those two candle closures, I'd rather buy from this premium 5-minute demand here. Was it a 5 or 30? Yeah, 30. Yeah, go this. Yeah, she's crazy today. Took a chance on that demand. It worked out for you. I didn't like the closure. It didn't even show that previous bearish candle, it had no presence of buyers. It had zero presence of buyers. That's the main reason why I decided to not to use that demand. With two previous candles, it shows seller's presence. So since it's showing seller's presence, then I needed to come down to the low of the range. So if it does, fine. If it doesn't, oh well, it is what it is. I wouldn't see why I wouldn't get to this demand at least. I mean, the sellers are in here, so. But, trading is trading. I don't control this. I can only, do and act on my knowledge. The market has the final say. And if we do get to this demand, I need to see buyer's presence for me to before I even take anything. That's the main reason why I don't snipe my entries. It works for some people, but not for me. I'll be shitting in my pants right now if I sniped that 5-minute demand. Sniping is much more better at premium demand or supply. I get you 1 to 2. Now, this previous bearish candle that just closed, right? It shows that, okay, at the bottom, buyers got in, right? However, when this candle closed, you still had more sellers than the buyers. As you can see, all you have to do is to just pay attention to the body, right? So I'm still expecting sellers to push this down. until the buyers can, right? Until the buyers can actually close above this bearish wick, top wick, then the sellers are still in control in this range as of right now. Candles tell you everything. Candles tell you everything. If you know, you know. So, like I said, for me to say, okay, the buyers are back in control, they're gonna have to close above 47.33.6 in this range right now. Because this previous candle is still telling me sellers are still in here. The previous bullish candle with the previous bearish, right? But then it couldn't close above the previous bearish candle top wick where the sellers also got in. So in this range right now, we are bullish. However, right now, sellers are in this. So I am expecting us to at least come down to this demand, 30-minute demand at least. And if they do push price down, right? If they do push price down, they should only come down to this 15-minute demand and pretty much just grab 4696.1, which is right here. Because New York tend to do that sometimes. Crazy, the past couple days we need a big retracement. I know. Now, the previous 5-minute was a type of candle I like to call 50-50. meaning that candle has pretty much the same amount of buyers and sellers, right? So the buyers are either going to have to break above that candle, or the sellers are going to have to close below that candle, right? So we like to see that to make a decision. I'm not gonna lie, I am tempted. I am tempted to buy from here now. If we can start closing above the previous candle high. But do I trust it? Nah. Am I tempted? Yes. I'm just being honest. It's just because I like what I see. Because of how this previous candle closed. But I don't trust it. I would have trusted it if this crazy bullish candle was able to take out that previous candle high. If it was able to do that, then I would trust it. But I don't. This New York session, though, gold has not been moving clean, you know. Don't act on what's the word I'm looking for? Don't act based on your temptation. Act on based on what you know. When you spend a lot of time on the staring at the charts, right? Once in a while, right, temptation will kick in. But if you act on based on what you know, because if you act based on your temptation, you're giving into your emotions. You're reacting based on your emotions. So you don't want to do that. Another indecisive closure. So it's a 50-50 thing right now, and I don't like that. I don't like 50-50s. Buyers are in this candle, sellers are in this candle. Same thing with the previous one. But if the buyers can actually start breaking this candle, then it could continue higher. If it does, then I won't be trading today. Maybe pre-London or London session would give me my first trade for the week. Every drop is minor retracement to how bullish gold is. Okay, well, gold should continue higher at this point. The buyers finally, yep, they finally closed above above these sellers here. And this minor high here couldn't break this low, so well, it should continue higher. Yeah, I don't think gold wants to pull back that far right now. Yeah, gold is not clean this session, man. It should continue high at this point, except if it, of course, decides to break this bullish candle again. It would still pull back. I would like to see that. I'm expecting the deep pullback. Man, gold is not clean today at all. She's moving like she's moving like GJ when I used to trade GJ when I was trading Forex every day. Yeah, she's just ranging. Man, I won't be surprised if it still comes down. We breaking the previous candle again. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it. But if gold at least gets to this 30-minute demand here, I might take it on my own, depending on the time it does it. Because I don't like to trade gold after a certain time, right? Anything after like 10:30, 11, actually 10:30 my time, 10:30 CST. I really don't like to trade gold anymore. So depending on when it gets there, I might take it and I might not. I'll just wait for pre-London. So I'll see you guys back on stream pre-London, and we'll see, maybe we can get a pre-London trade or early London session trade, because I'm not gonna stay the whole London session, if that makes sense. So I'll see you guys then.